Boys at all in the temple. Maybe don't let it go at that, but there are a lot of...
Called CP Square has 51 finest degrees of freedom, making...
On the way home, I got hungry, and I ate it.
We're Americans, and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this wave just comes up.
Making this little complex robot, but it is controlled by living brain cells much like those inside your head. Researchers...
This moth isn't just swinging around, it's been bred.
Grow collections around 3,000 brain cells in the lab. The cells grow collections to each other and start communicating
using electrodes implanted into the muscles.
Some are hard to be found to respond predictably to signals from robot ultrasound distance sensor.
Here, signals are sent to its left flight muscle to make it lift that wing.
The output from these cells can be used to control
Different signals can be sent for it to lower its wing, to lift both wings at once, or to make them flat.
They each have a motor in them, and it actually drives forward when I walk. It actually powers that knee through the step.
It's powered through Bluetooth technology.
Increasing the frequency of the pulse makes the wings beat faster. If a signal is sent only to one side while the moth is flying, it will veer in that direction. Implanted electrodes into the brains of tree beetles,
and they
close to
talk to
neurons
each
that
other and try
control
to mimic
flight.
the stride length
A computer
that the
program
other
in the
one's doing. If I
device
speed
controls
up,
the
the other one
beetle,
can realize
and
it's
here,
doing
it
it, and
beats
it'll
its
speed up
wings
as well.
and takes off when a negative voltage is sent to its brain. Researchers are putting moths in control and using them as a pair of eyes. They've found out how to intercept signals from their visual system and how to use them to make a robot move. Here, a graduate student demonstrates how the robot can be steered. Combining living and machine components could eventually make robotic systems more effective.
Legs when an IED hit his convoy in Fallujah, Iraq in 2006.
The IED went off directly underneath me and took off basically everything that was hanging over the ledge of the seat, my legs. And then it killed my sergeant in front of me and my good friend next to me. My gunner lost his right leg. I shattered my hip. I had 32 pins in my hip. I broke my pelvis, so I have a 6-inch screw holding that together. I lost both legs above the knee. I broke 4 fingers, broke my jaw, broke my nose, lacerated kidney. So I recovered well, I think, and great care here and done well.
Today, I use the Bluetooth prosthetics.
It's a lot of hip control. In my other legs, I usually have to use all my thigh to power through things, but since these are moving on their own, then I actually just kind of have to lift and shift my weight a little bit.
He says they're a bit heavier than the other 2 microchip prosthetics he's worn, but they require much less effort to operate.
If they're not programmed right, they kind of do their own thing sometimes, and they'll kick for no reason. Like you'll just be standing there and be like, and just kick off to the side.
Able to master the stairs just yet.
Sometimes when you go near a computer or something, you'll hear the computer start fizzing, so it does do that a lot. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, and I have to turn my legs off.
In communicating robot wirelessly, the team plans to use their robot brain power on new pattern behavior in the future. They hope there are enough similarities to teach about unknown aspects of our own brain.
God, you killed a hooker! All girls! No, Squirrel, when they're dead, they're just hookers.
It would be rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although, hopefully not.
Ironic, isn't it?
It would be rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist.
Are you insane?
Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder,
But he drinks a lot, so...
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm hanging taillights on a country road. Close your eyes. I kind of feel like I'm hanging taillights on a country road. I'm scared if I stop all at once. we'd be venturing into a zone of danger? Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger?
Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girl! She
No,
was a
Cyril. When they're dead, they're just hookers. Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girl! She
No,
was a
Cyril. When they're dead, they're just hookers. Ironic, isn't it?
Which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although.
Are you insane?
Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder, but
But he drinks a lot, so...
so yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it.
Are you insane?
Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder.
But he drinks a lot.
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Handle.
When they're dead, they're just hookers.
The thermostat's becoming sentient. Oh God, that's how Maximum Overdrive started. That's how Maximum Overdrive started. Did you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. Did you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road.
Danger zone. Danger zone.
I'm scared if I stop all at once, the cumulative hangover will literally kill.
All right, folks, here we go with another drunk news report. Let's do this, even though I don't think we need to, but fuck it.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
Exactly. There's one of our disclaimers. Fair use is another thing too, so fuck you if you try to get me out on fair use, because we do usually use your content, sir, ma'am. Jeez. Okay, let's do this right quick and then bring in our guests.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second. Are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, you're stupid. All right, let's bring in our co-host, and if anybody else wants to join us, just let us know if you would like a link, and we will send you one.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
There's our brainless.
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good. I was listening to a wonderful story, but she's taking way too long because you're already started.
Yeah, she needs to figure out how to be a little bit quicker, but that's okay. Hopefully, everybody will join us after they all get done over there. And that's bringing our next guest, and that is everybody's Glober.
Mama!
Oh, mama.
There's our mama.
Hey.
How are you doing? Hey.
How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, been pretty good.
We finished the Nathan Oakley video on FTFE stream today, so feeling good.
I'm sorry.
I know. I
I'm
put
glad you
myself
finished
through
it.
it, but but we finished it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm glad you finished it. Cheebus.
Yeah.
All right.
Check that out later.
So, we're going to get into the poll in just a second. If you've not voted in the poll, please vote in the poll. Let us know what you want to hear first. We're definitely going to go over something first. But before that, I have to play this before we get into the idiocracy.
What? What? Oh! What was in this shit?
Yeah, man. What was in this shit, man? All right, let's say
Wait,
hello
what?
Wait, what? Huh?
Wait,
What's
what?
going
Huh?
on,
What?
man? Oh, my God. All right, so let's say hello to the Saitama chats, and then we'll get to
I always the side chat. They're usually just cunts in there.
Yeah,
They're also high, so no.
And most
Some
of
of
them
them.
usually are. I hope
Yeah, some
that
of them.
you are if you're watching this, because like we go over stupid, insane stuff. So, hey Harry,
Hello, Harry.
we have a commander there in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hello, Commander.
Okay, cool. Sunday I will be performing somewhere, so I won't be able to join you, Commander. But I look forward to watching your stream later. So everybody, go and subscribe to Commander, and they're doing a stream on Sunday about stuff and things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you want to get me more drunk, there are all the links for all of that stuffs, and I will do a shot. There's a Canadian Ollie man. How are you doing?
Hey, Ollie man. Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie.
I was first.
I was the
We
first
have
mom.
we have a demon.
Hey,
Hi,
Demon.
And yes, I want to go over your poll. And that's a fair jump for you, buddy. Definitely. For
Yeah,
sure.
but not as big as Slim's.
Yes. Okay, well, we'll see about tomorrow then.
Excuse me.
Maybe you can join us. We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Let's go ahead and get into the first subject, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes. So if you've not voted in the poll, vote in the poll, and then we'll go over the poll and go over what's first and last and second and all that fun stuff. So the first thing we're going to go over is Miss Pearl is a 14-foot tall squirrel who lives in Cedar Creek, Texas.
Oh.
That's not actually the photo.
But it's so
I know
cute.
I know this is so cute, but it's a diorama.
They are very
little scale sized house there.
They're pretty cute, but they're also pretty evil.
Do I see? Look in the scroll up a little bit. They put a face inside the
fireplace.
Yeah.
Fireplace. Yeah. It's very
I thought it was
silly.
Biden for a minute.
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but they put a couple other portraits up
Mhm.
here. But it's just a diorama that somebody
Yeah.
did with a normal size squirrel. But if you've ever had a hankering to visit a 14-foot tall squirrel named Mrs. Pearl, who is clutching an enormous pecan in her massive paws, you're in luck. You can see the giant creature in Cedar Creek, Texas, which is a little town with about 4,000 people that live there.
Hey, Bill.
It is in between Bastrop and
Bastrop, yeah. And Austin.
and Austin. So it's around Austin pretty much. Miss Pearl lives at the Burdall Pecan, whatever, however you want to say it.
Pecan,
Candy. Yeah, and Candy and Gift Company, where they can go on their website and see the squirrel and stay for the pies.
It's a heck of a slogan. Come for the squirrel and stay for the pie.
Stay for the pie, exactly. And you can supposedly get a pecan pie 24 hours a day because they have a vending machine that they put up there that you can buy one 24 hours a day no matter when you show up there. So let's go ahead and get into
Oh, they even put a mask on
the
it.
statue. Yeah. Here is it.
Squirrel. We're here today at Squirrel Pecans and Fudge, and I want to show you guys her today. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad
Bill.
Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic look at the products and places and roadside attractions we go to. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. Also, underneath that covering over there, there's a pecan pie.
Okay, let's
Personal
get to it.
with Miss Pearl, the giant squirrel, who's supporting her coronavirus face mask right now due to the coronavirus. But this is just a fun little roadside attraction. We actually saw it coming yesterday whenever we were out, and we wanted to stop by and say hi.
So there is the 14-foot squirrel.
Yeah.
And she's holding a nut in her paws.
She's been nutting with her paws. What? Never mind.
Yep.
Dumb brainless.
I thought that was something cute to open up the stream with.
She's holding D's nuts.
She's holding D's nuts, exactly, Timely. All right, now let's see
That's
what
good
the
marketing.
poll-
I guess.
It is.
All right, yeah, totally. The poll says Skull Pizza is number 1 with 40. Testosterone Parties is 30%, and Shotgun Bull is 20, and Sports Fan Robots is 10. We're gonna give it a little bit longer. Let me see. I'm sure I can find something silly for us to watch while we're waiting in betweens. Let me see. I know I have something silly from news. We'll see. Let's
Yeah.
see. Well, I don't have any. I am very much up for. Let me do newest. Yeah, I don't have very much for that. I thought I had more.
Yeah, Demon Orb said I was hoping for a live 14-foot squirrel.
Me too. I was hoping for that.
That would have been cool to see.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping for that.
That would have been quite interesting, yes, indeed.
I think we've kind of gone over this, but we're gonna. Oh yeah, we totally did. Okay, never mind. The aliens invading Peru. We already went over that. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now let's just look at the poll, and we're just gonna end it now. 45%
Slim's
is
magnificent poll, people.
yeah, exactly. Similarly, 45% is Skull Pizza. 27 is Testosterone. 18 Shotgun, and then Sports. So we're gonna end it now. Hey Jay Troy. If somebody we'll put that in the sentiment.
What?
The private.
Side chat.
Private chat. And then
private chat,
let's
yeah.
see. So Skull Pizzas is the first thing we're gonna go over.
Oh, that.
So in California, there is a restaurant.
I was first.
That is making.
Okay. It's a competition. Who can get that?
Everything's
Copy
a
paste
competition
first.
when it comes down to me.
All right, so California restaurant has people going wild over their cool pizza skulls.
Okay.
Do you ever wonder how how some ideas come to fruition? Perhaps these are blah blah blah. this has been a thing that you can actually buy these little thingy-mabobbers, but a restaurant actually came up with. Come on, Beavis and Butthead.
It's it's
I'm
waiting
not
on the
gonna.
images
It's
to
not
come
gonna
in.
load.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go and try this one more time.
It's doing it just slowly.
So we'll just begin reading this. Pizza is clearly one of the most foods next to tacos. Americans could literally live off of both of those foods without skipping a beat. So some of these come in thin crust, stuffed crust, French bread, bagel pizzas, all things like this. But now we have a pizza skull. Yep. And here
There
we
we go.
blow.
Oh wow!
They're little skulls.
Dude.
They're little skull pizza bites.
They are.
Okay, I was gonna say the pizza's inside. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And so they're
actually
just
cool,
pizza
I think.
bites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If
They must
you
get
go
a lot of orders around Halloween, I betcha.
Oh,
probably.
yeah,
If hey Ollieman.
Hey, I was expecting my intro to creep me on, but that's okay.
Yeah. We're already delving into the middle of the stuff, so I just decided to just throw you into the
I was
fire.
hoping to have a couple more seconds before to get the game going, right?
Yeah, well, sorry. I just wanted to throw in the fire for the fuck of it.
Okay, kick him out. Do his intro. Bring him back in. Oh, he took me seriously.
Yep.
And fuck it, who doesn't want to see a sexy Canadian jumping
Come
out of the
water like that?
the ice water with skates on and a stick after doing a shot? I mean, I will follow that all night long. I mean, never mind. I mean, what did I say out loud? Anyways, good times. What are you playing there? Okay, well, I see it. There's the Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, I mean, literally, we could have like read all the reviews of the pizza skulls, but it's a pizza skull bites. I mean, literally, that's all it was. If you go and Google pizza skull pizzas, there's actually little molds that you can make the little bites out of and stuff, and so you can put like pepperonis in there. And you can make the little thingy-mabobbers. There's recipes for it. So if you want to make them at home, Google pizza skulls or how to make them, and you can make them yourselves, actually.
Mm-hmm. For a fun Halloween treat for your party this year.
Or just to freak out your neighbors when you have them over for the first time.
Yeah, true. Here we're eating skulls tonight. Here you go. Here's your skulls.
Yeah. They
Our
just come
shrunken
over
heads,
and you just
right?
You just pick one up. If you made yeah.
You remember those annoying neighbors we used to have?
They're no more. Exactly.
They're leaving me alone now. Yay!
Look at Tamale. All right. So the next is testosterone parties.
Testosterone parties.
Gee, Christ. Yeah.
Aren't those Colts usually called sport events?
Or you could call them fraternity parties.
Depends on the sport, though, Brainless.
Yeah, fraternity fraternity
frat
parties.
Yep.
Frat parties are pretty much the same difference as that as well. But here we blow. So supposedly in Silicon Valley, we have tech bros that are putting on biohacking parties called testosterone parties.
Wow.
So these parties are claiming to help boost men's testosterone levels to natural and measurably natural levels, even though like your T levels are not dipping that much unless there's like something really wrong with you. You
And
weirdo.
not every man has the same testosterone level as the next
Yeah.
man.
And I actually today was talking with somebody who actually is in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait.
Outstanding in their
Mango, I'm not going to answer that unless you come in and join us. No, I'm just kidding. but hold on. We're getting
injecting,
there.
how are they injecting is what I want to know. Mhm.
In the anus, obviously, with semen. Never mind. Anyways, let's
That's
talk
cookies
about that.
parties.
Yeah, that's a cookie party.
Testosterone parties.
But anyways, listen to this. So there are these people that are hosting testosterone blood test tea parties, which the tickets are costing $100 to $400 to go to. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So $400 for this? Is that what you
it
said?
can be up. Yeah, it can be up to it. And then how they're doing this, Mango. They are offering, let me get rid of that. They're offering testosterone replacement therapy, offering the treatment such as injections in the butt, patches on the butt, or gels on your anus. Yeah, in your anus. God damn it! It has to be gay as crap. Otherwise, this isn't just. But anyways, because you know these guys, dude. It's a bunch of fucking dudes getting around, drinking beers, eating fucking steaks or burgers, doing this to each other. There's no females here helping them do this. It's a bunch of dudes who are just like jacking themselves up on tea, which I believe to some extent, especially if you're doing like directly or at that point, you're going to get into a frenzy of being horny. So literally, it's just a bunch of like dudes getting together, doing this, and probably having sex. Let me just put it that way. It's probably what's going on.
So why are we there? Oh, never mind.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Because I am not going to let anybody inject any kind of testosterone into me other than their semen and or in other ways that aren't synthetic.
And the thing is one injection, it's not going to raise your levels for that long.
No, and you're gonna have to do it a gazillion times. And then once you do it a gazillion times, then your testicles are gonna shrink, and then you're not gonna be able to use your junk anymore, and it's not gonna be worth your time.
It's probably not going to be very healthy.
No,
because you're like overdosing yourself with these chemicals, which causes your body to react in the opposite with the other chemicals. And then it's just this weird balancing act that you're just going to lose at the end of the day.
Balance out the hormones on their own. They don't need help.
Yeah,
unless it's an unnatural kind of, like, say you get one testicle removed or something like that.
All right. Yeah. Somebody in the side chat, let us know a food that you can eat that has testosterone in it, or something that helps you build testosterone, not necessarily it itself, but there are foods you can eat to help you build this stuff. You don't have to go and inject your.
But like I'm saying, there's men that have medical issues where their testosterone levels go down because of it. If you have no medical issues, you're doing just fine and your levels are low. Why are you going to put it into your body when nothing's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody say hello to Mango right quick.
Hey, Mango. At that point, if you do that, isn't there something wrong with you?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, they believe, and there is nothing. And the other thing that's going on too is a lot of these tech bros are doing this and then not working out. And they're still eating the horrible foods they're eating.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're just causing it to be even worse. If you were to work out 30 minutes after for like an hour and not overdo it and not be doing this constantly, maybe this could help you a little, but literally testosterone injections is not going to help very much. Because that's not what causes you to get more muscle. It's not
Mhm.
testosterone to get more muscle.
No.
It's not. It helps with your libido at all. That's not exactly
No,
it.
that's a
Yeah,
myth. One of those myths.
It'll probably make you cry faster.
It says that it can contribute. Oh, so research
Contribute.
shows that low levels could contribute to chronic disease like heart disease, diabetes, and
Right.
obesity. But that's if you already have a pre-existing condition and not just being normal.
Yeah. And then it even says up there, I'm not a doctor. I'm just experiment. And right there should send red flags up to people.
So here, this douche nozzle is saying that
Yesterday I bet
spends
$100. I would get to 100. Not sure what NGDL total testosterone in a month. It's not a freaking contest, dude.
Yeah, just because you have a little bit more.
It's so many taint-loving baby boys that think that testosterone means
you don't have. Oh my
means
god!
that you're
You
more
actually
man.
do more harm than good by doing this.
Yeah, and then watch this weird dip. 791, 725, 81, and then 5.
511.
8, and then
yeah.
Like something is not going on in your body right for that to
Something
happen.
strange. Yeah.
Yeah, something
like if you're, you know, doing this like all the time, if you're doing like these testosterone parties and like those are the days that like you missed your little party thing, like those
Mhm.
times where you have this massive dip, then that means that you're fucking up your system.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
You are
no
making
reason
it where
for-
your body cannot like produce
Yep.
it naturally anymore.
Yeah, and again, you don't need to have 1,000 blah blah blahs of testosterone for any reason, really. I mean, you can have lower versions of that in your body, and it doesn't mean you're a
Yeah,
bitch. It just
exactly.
means your body doesn't have a gazillion and a half freaking milligrams or milliliters of testosterone, whatever the fuck the thingy was. So there was a party in San Francisco last month that was sold out according to the
Right.
invites. Noted that guests could choose from a selection of blood tests offered by health diagnostic companies Instalab, which I don't believe they're fucking a real fucking thing.
It could be
Ranging
one of
from
those companies you go to get your blood drawn, like when you go to your doctor, they see you get a blood drawn.
Yeah,
something
but-
like
but
that.
they
One of
don't-
those companies.
Yeah, but they don't actually have any merits for doing any of the giving of stuff. They're just going to tell you if you have these levels of testosterone. It says
Right.
testosterone level tests to advanced tests from 63 biomarkers, and that's all. It wasn't even actually testosterone levels. It is the biomarkers for your testosterone can
Okay.
grip onto, right?
So I did some research, of course.
Okay.
As
Um,
usual.
NG-DL is nanograms per deciliter.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when you get
Yeah.
your like blood work done, you're gonna have so many nanograms of testosterone per deciliter of blood.
Yeah, totally.
And when you are over the age of 19 in healthy males, your testosterone level will range anywhere between 264 and like 950
Okay.
in GDL. That's natural. That is healthy. The only time
Right.
that you're supposed to get something like up in the thousands range is when you're like 13 to 18 years old and you're going through puberty and you need the extra testosterone for things like growth.
Right.
Yeah, and exactly. That's fucking crazy, those weird numbers. And remember, dude, all you have to do instead of being a cuck and being tied up in the corner watching the pool boy get fucked by your wife, actually have sex with your wife. Then maybe your testosterone will go up, you idiot.
So I looked up what Instalab is. It's a company
Yeah.
that sends licensed phlebotomists to your job or your work or someplace like that.
Okay.
For whatever
so
reason
you
you
can
need
hire
them for.
them to
You can, and
to
they're
take
licensed
blood.
phlebotomists, right?
Yeah.
A licensed
So it's
what?
not phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist,
The people that
which
take
is
your
just a
blood.
blood taker. Yeah, just a blood
okay.
taker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
a
called
legal blood
phlebotomists.
We just call
taker.
them lab technicians up here. I've never heard of that.
They're not.
They're just specified in taking blood. That's all they are.
Oh, okay.
They're legal vampires. That's what
That's
they
a
are.
fancy
They're legal bloodsuckers.
for vampire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a phlebotomist could be somebody who works in the mortuary field, right? And they suck the liquids out of your veins and put in new things, right? Isn't that also a phlebotomist as well?
Like an embalmer.
The embalmer.
Yeah, but I think
Yes.
that there's still a
Embalmers
phlebotomist
can-
as well.
Embalmers can have degrees and everything in phlebotomy.
Yeah.
You will find phlebotomists at like plasma donation centers.
Okay.
They're the people that are, allowed to hook you up to those machines and everything. Like they have to put in the work to be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I dated a couple of mortuary people that worked in the mortuary field. They were helpers and or they were the people that did all that stuff as well. I had an ex who had all of the like crazy equipment to take out the fluids and put in other fluids and stuff, and we did some weird kinky play at one point in time, but we'll talk about that later.
That sounds like an interesting story. Like, does this stuff travel in a suitcase?
She did have suitcase versions of some of it because she had 1800s version. So you literally would take these to a house and set it up, and then you had the two different like pumping jar thingies with a thing in the middle. And dude, she like hooked it up for me one time and like made it work. Like, it's antique, so we didn't use it on ourselves, but she did like a fake version of showing how like it actually would work. But she did bring a bunch of weird crap home and did it to me, and then I did it to her, and then we did weird acts on stage where we would tap people's veins and we would shoot blood like 10 feet across the stage with certain IV needles and stuff like that. Yeah, they told us that we couldn't do that very much anymore, especially after COVID. But we had drop cloths and we had everything. We cleaned up everything and we did all the biohazard cleanup afterward. But yeah, some people got really freaked out. We were shooting real blood out of people's veins across stage and hitting people in the face with it. And
Dr. Vince Price movie Dr. Phibes in my brain now, where he kills the one guy by tying him down to the chair, and then he puts the IVs, and he literally takes the guy's blood out of his body and puts it in jars, one jar at a time until he dies.
There was some vampire movie. Yeah, there was some vampire movie where they like are squirting blood all over each other, and like we copied that kind of.
Okay.
But anyways, Mama, I'm gonna let you read the next part of this, and then I'm gonna go get a bear right quick.
Go get a bear.
I do have one more shot. A bear.
He
I
likes
have
his
one
bears.
more shot of the pink vodka. So if somebody wants to buy me a shot, do that. I believe that everything on the screen is. Oh no, we did talk about the biomarkers, right? Yeah. So let's go to here and have you read all of that right quick, and I will be right back.
All right. Okay. Tang told Insider by X that tickets for Tea Party events range from $100 to $400, which over the cost of the blood tests, which cover the cost of the blood test, so the events break even. Adding that the events he held abroad were cheaper. Longevity specialists say while testosterone is deeply integrated into various aspects of men's health, it's just one piece of a more complex physiological puzzle. Okay, Dr. Anant. Okay, so I'm not going to try that name. Chief Medical Officer of longevity-focused healthcare company Modern Age told Insider by email that while Tea Party's focus on lifestyle approaches alone was commendable, it might also underserve people when it comes to optimizing testosterone. I can say that word, testosterone.
No, you can't.
The testosterone.
I thought it was going to be testosterone.
I know. I was going to say like minestrone soup.
No, I think you like rice-a-roni. Like, remember the San Francisco?
Yeah, the San Francisco treat. Yeah.
Miss it.
Hey,
I gotta go
Sydney.
to one of these parties. Hello, Sydney. I'm
But
assuming
the,
they're there and not. You guys aren't just like pretending.
what?
Hey,
Sydney's a figment of our
That
imagination.
Sydney's
Is that
there,
what you're
yeah.
saying?
Well, I can't see
Yeah.
anything. I'm just listening. I can't see anything.
Sydney's there.
Hey.
Ox is there.
And Joe.
Ox,
Joe showed up as well.
And Joe. Hey, Joe.
All right. Did you get to the ends of that, Mama's?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So literally, I mean, that's all this really is. It's just these weirdos that are going in and getting these injections and or supplements of extra testosterone. And if they just want a beef injection of testosterone, they just got to go to the local glory hole. And I mean, what? Never mind.
Or get one of the tickets to your sex dungeon, and
or totally to that as well. It's very, very silly that these people are doing this, especially like I said, they're not going out and exercising afterwards, or they're not doing anything. So it's just like going in their bodies and just being pushed out because they're not.
Somebody
using
said
it.
when you were gone, if you heard me, but somebody said in there that that physiologically testosterone is only one factor. Testosterone is not the end all be all of men's health. And so
totally.
They need to take that into account as well. That this is not a
You need B's, C's, elemental P's, and then you also need steroid versions of different things and stuff and other things. I mean, it's not just like you said, a catch-all.
You're making it sound like biological health is like complicated or something.
Yeah, it's like no totes because like we've all figured it out. That's why nobody has
if
any
it was
eating
easy,
disorders.
We know nobody be sick. Yeah, there'd be nothing major going on with our bodies.
Yeah, there's not people with eating disorders. There's not diabetes. There's not
seizure disorders wouldn't be a thing.
Glandular diseases, autism. Even though I know that's not like cure, but like we don't understand how to keep that in line and. Asthma, all the other thingy-mabobbers. No, we know everything about everything. So yeah, you idiots keep going around and injecting each other in your arses with pure testosterone and see how that works in 20 years, you dumbasses.
Exactly.
Again, please don't do that shit. Obviously, I hope that you realize that what we're saying is don't do straight things like that. There are so many other ways to get other things into you. And then you have to metabolize all of those things as well. And so that's like when you get a vaccine or you get a thingy-mabobber or another thingy-mabobber, right? They have like a B12 in it or magnesium or another thing,
something.
right? There's multiple things that are inside of there. Do you know why that's actually a thing? To help your body metabolize whatever you're taking.
It's the same with I think it's vitamin C or is it calcium? One of them you need like magnesium to help absorb it better or something.
Yeah. That's why even though like energy drink, not energy drinks, but like help vitamin waters and stuff, they have sometimes these weird little extra things. And even energy drinks are horrible. I am not pushing these, but the reason why they have aspartame in it or this weird B13 or whatever is so your body can metabolize the weird, crazy, fucked up chemicals they're trying to throw into your body, which are technically on their own natural, but the way that they get them actually is non-natural, and then putting them in those orders makes them not natural as well. I'm not going to put down anybody who does that because I'm a hardcore caffeine drinker and a sugar drinker. And I have been actually imbibing on some energy drinks. So, but again, there's reasons why when you look at some of these things, there's like not just one chemical, right? Like vitamin C pills aren't just vitamin C. There's a combiner in there, and then there's also usually a B something and a something else, right? And to make it so your body can not just throw it all through you without taking it in.
Exactly.
And a lot of times you don't take in all of it anyways, even if you have all of those, because you can only take in so much.
Your body only absorbs maybe 10% of the pills, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that's why you might as well shove them up your ass for all that it's going to do for you. No, I'm just kidding. That's only me. I just keister everything.
There are things you can take that way, but I don't know about vitamin C. I'm not gonna advocate putting what is it, ascorbic acid up your rectum.
Yeah, please don't put things up your butt. It's fun, but it really can screw up your whole thingy-mabobbers down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I put way too much ecstasy up my arse. But we'll talk about that later.
That's a whole different story, yep.
That's a whole nother demon. I mean devil. That's a whole nother never mind.
I'm afraid to tune into the later episode you keep referring to.
I think Mango, are you still keeping your talk about it later notebook or something?
I have a list. I have a Google Doc actually. It's like 12
Google Doc.
pages
There you
at
go.
this point.
12 pages? Damn. Okay.
We have a lot of things to talk about later.
We do.
Just 12?
I know,
think
huh?
12 terabytes is more like it from the.
It probably is.
I haven't been here that long. I'm extrapolating from previous.
Yes.
You've heard it a lot.
On the spot. You're about right on the mark there.
Yeah,
you've heard it a lot. So yeah, you can.
Yeah, and in the near future, when Mango is getting a little bit more even killed, let's put it that way, we will do that as soon as she lets me know when we're ready to do that. We'll definitely do another one for sure.
As soon as life settles down a bit.
Yeah,
it's been a bit wonky lately.
Take it down.
So figure about 5 years from now.
Well, it should be two years.
They've done it to me.
It shouldn't be too terribly long. Work needs to reimburse me for something that wasn't their fuck up. It wasn't mine either.
Yeah.
And so the way that works is Mango gives me 8 to 12 subjects that I only get to see right before we start the stream. And then I come up with the stories because most of the time they are actual, not real stories, but we do make them up because I pretend that they are. Sometimes they are real, and I do actually tell a real story. But a lot of times it's me just coming up with some weird. She gives me a sentence.
We should do what was that story? Fact or fiction. Do one where you tell 4 stories. One of those is real, 3 are not, or something.
That is the fucking awesome idea, Mama.
That's the best.
Here's the thing, though. Every time we've done talk about it later stuff, Slim never tells us when it's a real story or not. He just tells us a story.
That
is up to him to tell us which one's real at the very end, which one's real and which one's not.
Yeah,
right?
we'll do a fact or fiction, and I'll tell 5 stories, and then I'll be like, "Is that real or was that just made up?" And then at the end, we'll do a tally, and we'll see if it was real.
Who gets it right at the end? Yes, I think that'd be
totally
awesome.
We gotta have a scoring system for that. We gotta have a scoring system for that.
No. There's an actual program called Fact or Fiction, and they already have a scoring system. So that's how we'll use theirs.
I'll look up if I can make it so that it shows on.
Hey, Miss Loki.
Hey, Loki. How are you doing?
How you doing?
So anyways, before we get more sidetracked, because we can talk about that forever.
More sidetracked? That's impossible.
No, never. We always let it be sidetracked.
Yeah. Police stopped Nebraska man for bucking the law with a bull riding shotgun in his car.
Yeah, I saw this story.
So let's go ahead and go with just the video at first, and then we'll go into the meat and potatoes.
That's what she
show
said.
Up as hearts
And of course,
that beat to a different drum. Attention to the tiniest detail. A family's answered prayer.
It's not letting me skip it yet, but that's okay.
Our communities
That's okay.
for each other.
Police stop Nebraska man with bull riding shotgun.
Oh, I love this story.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an actual bull.
It's an actual live bull. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
He cut a hole into the side of his whatever this car is, a Pontiac, fucking whatever.
Something.
and literally, yeah.
There's literal bullshit all over his car.
Yeah, and at the end, okay, hold on, watch. Okay, right there's bullshit all over his car. Literally, the bull is shitting all over his car right here.
But like, what's the point?
He needed to take his bull out on a ride. His bull ain't been out on a town in a minute. You know what I'm saying over here? He needed to take his longhorn steer out for a date. He's married to her, and well, him. And they said,
How dare you assume their gender?
I know, but I think the horns, yeah,
the
exactly.
Horns
But
give it
anyway,
away.
but the bull said, "Hey, you haven't taken me out on a date and steer Long's horn." And he's like, "God damn it! All right, I guess we have been married for this long, and we did consummate the wedding." And he's like, "God damn it! I guess I got to take you on a date."
on bulls, just saying, his bull riding. So
it was bull, yeah. And so he goes, "Hey, I got to take you on a date." Listen to why he said this happened. Why he did this. I was making up all the silly bull. Oh, Vila, you could have just let yourself in at any time. I'm sorry, Vila. Anytime you come in, just let yourself in when
you
we're doing the
normally say we've got to do the intros.
No, I know. But when we're in the middle of stuff,
with the intros.
well, and when we get in the middle of this, I just want to keep blowing on. And I don't want to stop it because
Slim loves blowing. Just saying.
and
Especially when it happens to him.
Hey, and I love talking about my long horn steer bull.
That's right. Love talking about his bull riding.
Yeah, exactly.
Love a bit of bull riding.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna watch more of the video, and then we're gonna find out why this gentleman did this. Oh, come on, there. Play it. There we go. He modified his Ford Crown Victoria so that he could have his bull ride shotgun. Yeah, I thought so kind of too. And he took out the windshield, removed the roof to make room for his bull named Howdy Doody.
Oh, so it is a former cop car then.
And it is, yeah, from Arnold County.
And he took off the toe. Like Arnold Lice.
It's Arnold Lice. And just wait till you see the bumper stickers that he has on this as well. It's even better.
His name is Duty.
And then okay, so then there's a thing on the side that says best car entry.
Oh my God, look at the back of that car.
Oh dude, there's so much bullshit on it. Like literally there's so much because they shit like all the time. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they constantly do it all the time. Because do bulls have 4 stomachs, or is it only cows?
I do believe they also have 4 stomachs. Hold on, I can look it up.
I don't think they have a different digestive system, just a different reproductive system.
That's what I was thinking, right? And so when you have 4 stomachs churning all the time, you're going to be shitting all the time.
You're going to be shitting out of one of them some of the time.
That went in the car.
Yeah, just imagine in that back seat area for sure. Hopefully he figured out how to get it to not get in there, but you're right, Vila. Imagine how much is in there. Hey Super Ghost.
Hey
and
Ghost.
Then
hey Ghost.
Hello. I hope that doesn't have a leather
Message
interior.
me the alpha male joke, please.
Yeah.
No.
It has Corinthian leather. If anybody gets that reference.
It's a craptolytic converter.
It's a crapolytic converter.
Oh my God. I just want to know, like, because that looks like a very small town. Like, it looks like the downtown of a very small town.
Dude, it's like 500 people.
Everyone is smelling that.
Yeah.
How much do they hate him?
Oh, the whole...
If it's that small of a town, I would guess most people are used to the smell.
Imagine if you're behind him.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine?
Dingleberries floating in the wind.
Hey Tubian.
I've spent the night beside a bull hauler. It is not fun.
It's not fun.
Empty
No,
or full.
exactly.
Matter.
No,
Doesn't
you
matter.
know he is the douche in town that everybody fucking hates. He's already known in town as the asshole, and they're like, "God damn it, Bill's back in town. Get this motherfucker." But there's like 500 people in this town, or 250 or something. I don't remember 100%. And he got called like 3 times before he got into town. Then he got into town, and they pulled him over in town, and they said, "Can you just like leave town? Like, we can't get you to leave the bowl." So they just made him leave town is pretty much what happened. But let's keep going.
Can you imagine the couple of them are now, Bill? I want to tell you about riding with your cow going shotgun, your bull going shotgun.
Hey, just because you married your steer doesn't mean you got to show her off in town. He's like, "Look how horny my bull is."
I think over
So
here,
best car entry.
you're not over here. You probably couldn't get away with that. With the big horns, that's fucking dangerous. Like,
He drove more than 30 miles away from his home in Nangal to be here. Whoever that is, just bring them in. I think it's still Al popping in now.
It's Al. Yeah, he automatically pops back in because he loses connection very shortly.
Okay,
I'm
just
sorry.
making sure.
No.
No,
that's okay.
Don't stop.
No,
It's
I
just
just-
up here on the panel that here you pop in.
And I just want to make sure that somebody's being brought in, and while I'm looking at other things, I just don't want to leave people in the backgrounds for a long time, because I want to keep going over this as quick as possible. So we're in Nebraska. If you don't know how Nebraska is, that's backwoods for sure.
It's called the Cornhusker State.
Yeah, it's definitely a cowboy area. Let's put it that way. So there was a car with a bull that was pulled over in Nebraska. Don't worry, he didn't steer. Never mind. All right. Okay, so the city that he was entering actually has roughly. Oh, that was the time? No, hold on. I guess there is 24,000 people in the town, but that's still a small town comparatively to the Americas. I really wanted to show the stickers he had on the back because they were hilarious as hell. And he had to tie the bull down. And he even had long horns.
For like animal cruelty with that, do you think?
Maybe,
possibly. Yeah, I think it depends on the
ordinances
and laws of that town. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, cow towns let you do a bunch of crazy stuff to things and stuff because you have to like brand them, steer them, and so like as long as the bull didn't the steer, because that's not a bull, it's a steer, didn't seem distressed, then there's nothing. They just needed to get it out of town, and they made him drive it out of town immediately. I don't believe he got anything for that. I don't think he got ticketed or anything, because that was the first time that he decided to do that, and then he got kicked out of town pretty fucking quick.
I wouldn't be
surprised. And they still don't know exactly why he did it.
Why did he go that far away to do it?
He just wanted to take his
problem. Like they needed to get him out because of the poo.
Yeah. And it could have stampeded it or a handful of other things that made it.
Yeah, if it bucked in that car for some reason, it would not be good.
So, yeah. And so, anyways, they let this. Okay, is this the last one? Yep.
This is the last one.
So, Jesus Christ, AI robots went to a Dolphins and Chargers game and freaked out everyone. And we're just gonna listen to this article.
AI robots went to Dolphins Chargers game and freaked out everyone. SBNation.com.
We'll look at the rest of it in a second.
Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is this.
Let's go.
Of
Let's go.
course.
Show up on day 1, work out with us for 30 minutes,
Of course
feel good
there's
right
an
away.
ad.
Yo.
Repeat 5 days a week for 3.
Okay, we'll do it this way. And then we'll go over all the logistics as well.
Okay. Can't believe the Chargers are now the LA Chargers.
It's so weird.
It is weird.
AI robots went to Dolphins Chargers game and freaked out everyone. SBNation.com.
Huh?
There is nothing better than the first Sunday of an NFL season. Whether you are settling in on the couch for an afternoon of football action, or finding your seat among friends to cheer on your favorite team in person, that first NFL Sunday is like a warm blanket on a cold winter's night. It just feels right. Unless you are at a game and see these AI robots sitting next to you. That's right, among the fans sitting at SoFi Stadium on Sunday to take in the Miami Dolphins game against the Los Angeles Chargers were a bunch of AI robots. Imagine for a moment finding your seat after a pre-game trip to the concession stand, only to find Johnny number 5 sitting next to you. Apparently, the robots were part of a promotion for an upcoming movie called The Creator.
Oh, hell yeah, but these are weird.
In case you were curious, here is a trailer for that film, which is sure to win some Academy Awards. Provided, of course, staring a stadium of fans is somehow a category next award season. On the bright side, at least these robots were not smiling. Perhaps I shouldn't give the fine folks at 20th Century Studios any more marketing ideas?
What makes Contour Next diabetes test strips next level?
There was
a few
2
reasons.
of them.
They're the number 1.
Shh, stop. So what they did is they put these two fake thingy-mabobbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they were humans that had these prosthetics put on to make them look like AI robots, and it was for.
Oh, I was gonna say because they look like real people. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're real people, but they do have prosthetics on them, and it was for a promotion for an upcoming movie called The Creator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That
Yeah,
sounds like
and
my
so-
kind of movie.
Yeah, and so they made these robot people that went there and sat there, and people tried to ask them questions and stuff, and it was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it doesn't show that, but then here's the trailer for that movie.
When the war started,
I kind of want to see this movie.
they protected me.
Yeah.
Took better care of me
crap.
than humans would have.
They're not people, Maya. It's just programming.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a
They may try to take us down a little bit further, so I'm gonna pause like 2, maybe 3 times.
So
into
it's it's an apocalyptic, thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck!
It's
Apocalypse
another
and
version of
AI
Terminator.
robots.
It's another version of Terminator without time travel.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
it's a whole new movie. Shut up.
What? It's the beginning of Terminator before the
tell
time travel
Brainless.
happened. Is what it really is. Oh my god! What if that is actually what it is?
Look at how crazy this lady looks.
That's what
I know. I remember they had her sitting there. Yeah, I remember that.
Jesus
That
Christ.
smile. Oh, haunting.
That is insane.
That's haunting. Actually, that's very haunting.
Oh my Jeebus. Okay,
Especially
let me
considering
go
you
back.
probably
If
never
she's
blinked either.
melting into the net or not.
Yeah, no, totes. Okay,
You know
so
what I'm
let's
saying?
go.
It'd be
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stare
yeah.
without a blink. Be like,
Yeah.
no blinking around. Like,
Um,
holy shit! Stop looking at me.
It's one of those people who are like, as long as I keep her away from knives and guns, she would be a great fuck. But then you know
you
that
imagine if
she's
she has
dangerous
kids?
enough.
If she has kids and the daughter has a friend come over to take her out,
Oh,
boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever,
Jeebus.
take her on a date.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
gives a smile
She's
like, "You'll have her home by 10:30, won't you?" With that smile.
rocking in a chair
Yes.
with the hatchet
Polishing
in
their
one
gun.
hand while she's sharpening it in the other, or
Can you
whatever.
imagine?
Oh, Jeebus. My stepdad did that to our oldest sister the first date that she had, he came over and he was cleaning the shotgun.
Yeah.
And he pulls out like 2 shotgun shells and he puts it in and goes, and he's like, "You're gonna have her home at what time?" And I was sitting right next to him and I was laughing. I'm just dying laughing the whole time because homie was so fucking scared, dude. It was so funny, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. This is a fight for our very existence.
Hopefully I got it so it won't copyright me for that song.
You want to talk over it?
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh my gosh. This looking like a cool movie though.
This looks like an awesome movie for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
Is it a real movie?
Yeah, this one is a real movie. It was the fake people in the audience, but this is a real movie.
Just a kid.
Are you going to heaven?
So, yeah.
You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
So, we're just saying, we can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
So, of course, it's an AI kid, right?
Jeebus. That's fucking deep. But then this fucking kid is the
artificial intelligence too, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he's an AI.
Terminator and AI. That's what it is.
Sure.
Those 2 movies, it's a cross between the 2 of them.
And they're making the little kid an X-Men as well, because he just blew out all the thingy-mabobbers, so somehow he has extra powers as well.
Right.
So it's going to be...
Oh, so Matrix is in there too, you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's the
and
He's Neo.
one of the next things that I have to do, since we haven't done it yet, and the mole people and the lizard people said I have to do now, is, are cyborgs evil? And so we're gonna have to do a whole stream about, are cyborgs evil and will they take over the human
I don't think
race?
that's a
You're
fair
not evil,
question.
are you?
That's not a fair question.
No.
Whether you're a cyborg or not has nothing to do with whether or not you're evil.
No, you're right. And that's the whole thing about Ghost in the Shell. There are evil people that can get the technology implanted or use that to their advantage, or there can be the good guys that use that against the evils as well. And so that's what we're going to go over. We're going to go over the mythology of cybernetics through those animes and through stuff, and then we're going to go over like the reality of what we technically can and can't do right now through cybernetics and or implants and stuff, and where the future may go from there. So we're going to get there, but the lizard people and mole people asked me to do a stream about that, so we'll get into that second. Okay, Hooves, I will send you a link.
Who's breathing
There we
into
go.
their
I
mic?
can grab the right thing.
Somebody's got their mic a little too close to their mouth.
That's I wasn't breathing. I was putting air in the rear suspension here.
Oh,
okay.
I'll let you decide whether I'm talking about my body or this trailer I hooked up.
Right?
I'm hoping that it's your body, but we'll talk about
Doesn't
that
air
later.
go out of your rear extension if it's your body?
Al, if you could mute yourself when you're doing things like that, then that would be great.
That would be
Thank you, brother. No, it's not a big deal, but it is a little distracting. But here we blow. I'm gonna play more with this.
That's what she said. Okay,
I'm gonna have to mute that because that's definitely gonna copyright strike us. But this is amazing. This thingy-mabobber. So, like we were saying, there was a football game with the Chargers and the Dolphins, and they literally had these 2 people out there that had prosthetics on to look like AIs, and they sat around these people, and like these people came up to them and asked them questions and stuff. And if you look more into this, because I don't think this is going to show us actually, I don't want to show X. We're not going to show X. We're not showing X stuff ever, other than just like screenshots. People came up to them and asked them questions, and they said some really weird things. So
they had to be in the part, yeah.
They played the part so amazingly well.
That's good.
I believe that was pretty much everything. You live in a wind tunnel on Wednesdays. Okay.
I'm going to be in a wind tunnel this weekend. I'm getting hit with a hurricane.
Wednesdays. Yeah.
Wednesdays.
Super Ghost asked if someone was living in a wind tunnel, so it said only on Wednesdays. Like,
Let me just double check to see.
I was gonna say earlier I should go to. I know where the owners of the Chargers live. They live in my town. I should go over there and go, hey, why'd you move the team to Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spanos is a big deal. The Spanoses are a big deal out here.
I went to last weekend. I was at a Nebraska CU game, and that shit was fucking crazy here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do.
Demon Orb says some dude got really upset that they're thinking they were real cyborgs. I wasn't surprised.
No.
Some people probably did get pissed off.
There was some backlash for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look through this just really
I love it,
quick.
Demon Orb. Replace all the robots in the movie with Futurama benders.
Exactly.
And they're all drinking the alcohol, the beer and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. We'll do this. It's not really news, but for the heck of it, let's do this. It is post-World War II anti-fascist educational film. Don't be a sucker.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I've seen this one.
So just for the heck of it, we'll watch this, and then we'll see if I can find something else. I did speed it up, obviously.
Yeah.
And take Joe Collins. He's got a nice wife at home. Well, he met this girl at the bar, and she looked at him for some drinks.
Chibis. Yeah, that's what communists do. They steal your shit.
We call them suckers. And there are other people who stay up nights figuring out how to take away what they've got. There are all kinds of games. Mike here, for instance. He's got everything. He's young, he's healthy, got a job. And
okay, I will slow it down just one bit because it's
got a
There's a channel these are from, and I'm going to post the channel.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I gotta say,
lots of people, enough to work the farm.
Commander did a stream on this.
I know somebody just said this bull, so yeah.
That was actually quite interesting. It comes from some European
I'm interested
dumbass.
to hear everyone else's opinions on it as well.
Yeah, just wait till it gets into like the more meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah.
But I thought this was just hilariously silly, and it's funny to think about in 1947, this was the Americas were trying to like push to be anti-communist, and then in 1950 or something is when we went straight fucking anti-red and all that stuff. And so it's really funny. Hey Beck, how are you doing? Okay.
Becky, how you doing, motherfucker?
Dig the mines.
Digging those mines.
All kinds of people. People from different countries with different religions, different colored skins. Free people. They can live together and work together and build America together because they're free. Free to vote.
They can all be slaves together for all the rich people to make all the rich people money and just make them all the people who... Never mind. Sorry.
Basically.
To say what they please.
I know.
Go to their own churches.
Fuck, did I fuck up now?
To pick their own
You're
job.
good. You're good. You got it.
So there's 2 L's now.
Mike's got something, all right? He's got America.
America,
But there are
fuck
guys who
yeah.
stay up nights
Fuck
figuring out how to take that away from him.
I happen to know the facts. Now, friends, I'm just an average American.
Okay, here is the weird part. So everybody, buckle your seatbelts if you've not seen this before. Here
I
we
have
below.
not seen this. I'm excited.
Oh, this is hilariously silly. Watch.
American. And some of the things I see in this country of ours make my blood boil. I see people with foreign money. I see Negroes holding jobs that belong to me and you. Now I ask you, if we allow...
Because that's how that works. If we're going to do this right quick, even though there's no reason for us to, if you can't get a job over somebody who has less qualifications than you, and I'm not saying that foreigners have less qualifications, because a lot of times there are people who come here from India and they're doctors and surgeons and stuff, right? But if you think that your dumbass with the native language that you have and the schooling that you have, you can't fucking get a job before a foreigner, you're the idiot. If they're smart enough and they're able to speak multiple languages and they're able to get your job, sucks to be you, homie. Like, that's not their fault. That's your fault because you're the idiot, you know?
They took our jobs.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs. They took my testosterone. It's all the foreigners that are taking my testosterone and having sex with my wife. That's why I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's
They
so
took
funny.
they took our jobs that we don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that was like we were talking about the other day about why would the government try to kill most of its population? We need toilet cleaners. We need fucking sewer work. You know, we need people of every type of person. And again, I'm not down putting people that work all the different jobs, but a town can only be made if there's somebody for everything, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
like there
that's the
has
thing.
to be a clown. There has to be a street sweeper. There has to be a doctor. There has to be a bread maker. There has to be all of the thingies, right? And so we need everybody. Why would you kill everybody off that supposedly you're doing it to kill the poor's off because of a pandemic that you supposedly made? So now you have rich people that don't have people that do jobs to make their lives comfortable. That doesn't make any fucking sense, you weirdos.
Yeah, and like people put people down for having like shitty jobs, like your garbage man. Okay, now imagine your town without the garbage man.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
do
then,
it.
and
Do
then,
it. Look what kind of shit you'll end up with.
And then they're also like,
Literally.
oh, they don't work hard enough. But truck drivers don't work hard. No, they drive fucking 12, 14 hours a day. They move all your shit and they do everything you fucking need them to do. But you're going to look down on them because you fucking have a pinky up because fucking you got born into some weird family or
right.
you have some kind of trust fund or some bullshit. No,
Yeah,
you
but all
need
that
everybody
shit got
below
to you by truck. All that shit got to you by truck.
That's what I'm saying. If there weren't those people, if there weren't these amazing people like Al and Commander and a handful of other people, Tiny Captain, then you would be fucked, homie.
Trains and boats.
Real quick.
That's why I said Tiny Captain. That's why I said Tiny Captain. Because you need everybody.
Real quick to put us back on the path of this post anti-fascist education. The World War II thing. See, the during World War II and not so much World War One because we didn't start till late, and we actually started pretty late in World War II too. Unfortunately,
41.
Yeah, we started late. We did a lot of manufacturing, but that in and of itself, when we got thrust in there because we got sucker punched by Yamamoto,
Pearl Harbor.
I know. We came together wholly. Now people tend to ignore the bad side of it, which was the internment camps for the Japanese Americans.
Correct.
But as a whole,
sure. But they
as a whole, America pulled itself together. Once the war was over, you lost this common enemy. So the propagandists had to create a new enemy.
which was the Red Scare. And that's where the Red Scare came about. And that's why we had the whole communist scare. And a bunch of fucked up shit happened to a bunch of people in the film industry that didn't need to happen because because they may have been communist, it didn't matter. They weren't here to take over us. They were just kind of communist-y in their ideals, and they worked in the film industry, which was supposed to be an open industry to like everybody. Back in the day, that was one of the only, besides theater, where you could have been anybody and have gotten a job and worked in that industry.
Unfortunately, everybody wants there to be a utopian society. There's no such thing. Every government that exists on the planet is there to control the people in front of them. Yes, I know the myth and the pipe dream of they work for us. Yeah, it's adorable. No, they are here to control us, and they will do it any means necessary, whether it be by scare tactics, dropping in little hints. Oh, we might get attacked by Red China. That wouldn't make sense for China. We owe them a lot of money, and they make a lot of money off us. So
yeah, well now it's the rich that are yelling about the globalist in the Americas.
Yeah.
To where now we're supposed to be scared to them, even though when you ask somebody specifically that says that, what is a globalist, just like with the woke agenda, they're like, because you're like, yeah, you won't actually say it's the Jews.
Even flat earthers. What's amazing?
Because I'm not in bed.
What's amazing is flat earthers are even using globalists for people that know the Earth's a globe. They don't get the concept.
Well, that's what I said to somebody the other day. I said that to somebody the other day. They said globalist or global something. And I went, you're not using that the right way. And if you don't understand, you're actually being very racist by saying that, because you don't know where the history of those words and the way that you phrase that comes from, which is very, very old anti-Semitic tropes from very, very long times ago, from different places, and it's just been an amalgamation of it in the Americas now that we're dealing with them talking about it, which is this, and this group are somehow Jewish, even though how many Jewish Chinese people are there? I know there are a lot, but that's not who's running the world, you weirdos. They're not people of those things so together coming here. And yeah, no, it's Super Urban Ghost. That would have been amazing. Yeah, that's what's in the next what the dub, right? Or riff tracks. Yeah, exactly. And I know you said that a handful of 5 minutes ago, whatever. But anyways, let's blow on more with this, because it's the idiocracy of these people that they don't know the actual language. If you don't know what Marxism is, go read those people that were. Go read Karl Marx's third book, which is actually the Marxist teachings. But if you want to really understand what he was talking about, read the first two books of his, and then the third, and then you will see where he was getting through, where he had been to come to that conclusion. And then look at what real socialism is through different socialist philosophers and their teachings, and then what original capitalism was, started back in like Roman times or something like that, or I don't remember. I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk, but in some other places they've already tried using that. And then also like the pirates were very capitalist, even though they were kind of racist. And there's weird things that now, if you look into the history, like there's not as much connection between them as much. But think of it this way. If you're going to be on a ship with people that you don't know how to understand their language, it's going to be very, very hard for you to keep talking, So it kind of became segregated without it. I don't know another way for that to not have happened to some extent. There were French pirates, there were Italian pirates, there were British pirates. You know, there was different versions of these different sects, and they did move around at different times. But again, if you go onto a boat and you can't understand anybody, how easy is it going to be for you to learn that language, right? Unless you are, you know, if
did have health insurance or like.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
no, that's why I said it was very democratic, and they were definitely socialist, and they were like, here, everybody like splits everything gets put into one thing, and then
And like if you lost a limb while like on the ship,
they gave 30
you got money for it, and then they gave you a job for life. So like they're like, we're not gonna get rid of you.
we're not gonna put you out. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's so cool.
yeah, and so there's already historical versions of all of this stuff. I don't know if Marxism has actually been put into like a huge social system and had it played out yet, but it doesn't matter. This was all a scare. So let's keep blowing on with this, and especially just watch what happens with this. I know this is hard to see, maybe, but there's a black gentleman on the right, and then listen to the two gentlemen on the left, and then him talk with them, and like how absurd this is. Them hearing this in this social situation, which at the time could have been a thing, where there was a lot of different types of people together, an Italian, a Soviet, a newly let go slave, even though I don't think in this time he seems to be that 100%. But anyways, let's keep blowing on.
How this thing to go on? What's going to become of us real Americans?
I've heard this kind of talk before, but I never expected to hear it in America.
This fellow seems to know what he's talking about. What are we real Americans going to do about it? You'll find it right here in this little pamphlet. The truth about Negroes and foreigners. The truth about the Catholic Church.
Do you believe in that kind of talk?
So the Great Replacement theory in the Americas has been happening since 1947. Let's just pretend that's the beginning of it, even though
I was gonna correct you, but yes, let's just go on just for the sake of argument.
Yeah, just for the sake of argument, yeah.
Yeah, let's just pretend this is the beginning, even though it wasn't. They have been trying to replace the white man for a fucking gazillion and a half years now. That's not happening still.
Who's beeping?
Screw it. Like I don't.
I'm sorry, that's my microwave.
It's okay.
In the background.
No. I thought we were about to blow up because we were talking about this.
Yeah, there's a bomb. There's
like
a bomb
looking
in
out
here.
my window and shit.
Go off on StreamYard and kill us all.
I'm literally in my kitchen, so both my kids my son just got home from work. My daughter went to the Starbucks nearby and then came back. So they're in the kitchen doing stuff.
Oh, it's Chili's long lost ancestor. Trifold. The pamphlet trifold.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You go sit in the corner and you think about what you said.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so anyways,
because that was brilliant.
That was very brilliant. That was amazing.
That makes pretty good sense to me. And I tell you, friends, we'll never be able to call this country our own until it's a country without. Without what? Yeah, without what? Without Negroes. Without alien foreigners. Without Catholics. Without Freemasons. You know these things.
What's wrong with the Masons? I'm a Mason. Hey, that fellow's talking about me.
And that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah,
These are your
exactly.
enemies. These are the people who are trying to take over our country. Now you know them. You know what they stand
Masons
for.
have been here
And it's
for
up
a
to you
while.
and me to fight them.
They built most of the thingy-mabobbers.
Yeah.
Here
You can find the traces in our artwork.
And their
our
lodestones and yeah. But anyways, that's the problem with the fascist stuff. And somebody help me with this. There's the thing about leopards eating people's faces, right? If we don't outlaw the leopards, then they'll
Leopards.
eat our,
No D.
no,
Leopards.
it's leopards.
It's leopards.
But the actual cat?
Yeah,
the actual feline.
There's an
Okay.
old saying from the ancient times. If we don't get rid of the leopards, if we let the leopards stay around, then it's okay, right? And then one of the days, the person who voted to keep the leopards around gets their face eaten off by the leopard. So
I got you. Okay.
Do we vote to keep out the crazies, or do we let them and keep them being here? And that's what we need to do with these. And once again, it's the thing where these people are like, oh yeah, let there be the crazies until it fucks you. Right?
Yeah. And then like over time it eventually changed to where a woman, like the quote goes, I never thought leopards would eat my face, sobs woman who voted for the leopards eating faces party.
Right, right.
That's what it is. I didn't remember, but thank you, Mango. That's exactly what it is. So it's the leopard eating faces party, and the person who votes for it or is in the party says they're never going to eat mine until that happens. And it's like, yeah, well, that's what happened. And unfortunately, that's really what's happening with like a lot of the extremists in our party. Is they're like, we don't want you to regulate this. Oh, until that happens to me, and then now I want you to regulate it.
Like New York. New York City is a sanctuary city. Now they're bitching about all the immigrants going up, being sent over there, sent up there, and complaining about it. So now they're going, we don't want them here. Oh, but we're a sanctuary city. It's like, so you want all the southern border states to deal with them?
Now, yeah, because there's a bit of a difference between them saying you guys can come here for safety and every state saying we're going to ship them off because we don't want to deal with them.
Yeah,
so
the problem is not that they don't want to deal with them. It's that like Texas is not getting help from the U.S. government in dealing with them.
Well, it's
all the other states bitch about it, and the other states are going, but we're dealing with this down here. You're not helping us. Hello.
Well, we also have to remember that, like, Sanctuary City, New York, like, they have like migrants coming in from Canada, from over in Europe. They already have an influx of people, so I think it's okay for them to complain when a state ships a bus full of people that they were not expecting to have to provide resources for. Like that, there's the difference.
Yeah,
what people are not looking at, like Mango just said, is New York already has a population issue. I mean, that's plain and simple.
Millions.
New York has a population issue. They already have an influx of immigrants coming there because it is a sanctuary city. Throwing more people at them doesn't help their situation. So yeah, they're gonna bitch. It's like having a soup kitchen in downtown, and then all of a sudden they decide to just
like these states that are just being like, yeah, we'll just ship them there. Like, fuck it, we'll pay for a coach and send them there. Instead of actually being decent people, they're not bitching. They're talking about a serious situation of everyone going like, fuck you, me and mine. Fuck you, me and mine.
But I understand both sides, because one side's going, we're dealing with all of these people on our dime here. We're getting no help. These other cities are, it's just, there's so much, there's no middle ground.
Oh, the problem is we're not getting a do something about it and not complain that they're not getting handouts and getting profit off it. They're rich enough that they could fucking do something about it. They just don't want to.
Unfortunately, they're not getting enough assistance, and that's one of the major problems. And then after the assistance, then ways to disperse that to get it to other places so they don't have to keep coming straight to there as well. There's, like you said, there's a handful of things that need to be faced before we get there. But let's get
France literally dragging people in boats across the channel until they're on the British side, and then abandoning
they drop them off.
So they don't deal with it, and then we are left to deal with it. And especially being in Kent, which is where the migrant boat people actually land, right?
Yeah.
This is the closest port to Calais. They land in my area.
Yeah.
And we have a very disproportionate issue with housing because of it, because they get housed. And I don't begrudge that happening. They should get fucking help. What I begrudge is that France, being the Islamophobic fuckheads they are like, we don't want those bloody insert racist slur here. We're going to shove them off somewhere else to deal with it because we don't want to deal with it. They could deal with it. They have every ability to deal with it, but they choose not to.
Yeah.
Like every state in America that's doing that, they could do something about it. There are ways they could. They are just not doing it.
Unfortunately, there are certain people who don't believe in helping people that need help to get them back on their feet. But anyways, let's go further into this, which is lepers eat people's faces. Yes.
Yeah.
If you know a leper, do not let them get close to your face because they will eat your face just like a zombie. Just kidding. Just kidding. So anyways, I had to like bring the likeness.
Or somebody in Florida that just took bath salts.
Just don't trust anybody in bath salts. They'll eat your nose. Although if you can never mind. I'm sorry. I was gonna go somewhere weird with that, and I'm not going to. There's not people on bath salts stuck in my basement at all. I swear. They're not locked in my basement.
Slim, stop saying shit like that. And don't remember.
I'm gonna go check out the basement.
Yeah, I keep giving it away. Anyways, so let's keep blowing on with this a little bit longer.
Fight them and destroy them before they destroy us. Thank you.
Before he said Masons, you were ready to agree with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, but he was talking about, what about those other people? In this country, we have no other people. We are American people.
We're all a melting pot.
You are American, right? I was born in Hungary.
Just like the world, we're all a melting pot.
And I have seen what this kind of talk can do. I saw it in Berlin.
Yep.
What were you doing there? I was a professor at the university. I heard the same words we have heard today. But I was a fool then. I thought Nazis were crazy people, stupid fanatics. But unfortunately, it was not so. You see, they knew that they were not strong enough to conquer a unified country.
So they had to
Germany
use
into small groups. They used prejudice as a practical weapon to cripple the nation. Of course, that was not easy to do.
And that's what the evangelicals and the hardcore right wing in the Americas are using right now, is to trying to get us to supposedly have a fake civil war. I don't think there's ever going to be one here, but they are trying to push weird things. And then what did they do today? They said they were going to try to push looking into impeaching Joe Biden through blah, 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 and there's no proof, and yakety schmackety, and stuff and things. So it's just them using words and saying things and trying to convince us through clever wordplay to get us to think that we're being oppressed. And or the other thing is, a lot of these people believe they're being oppressed because other people are being given freedoms. And if a Karen thinks that everybody else is as free as she is, she can't walk into a store and complain about every little itty bitty thing that she wants to. And then she can't get to have her like 5 seconds of fame, or that she gets to like have the police arrest somebody on her behalf or something like that.
That is some fucked up
work
shit.
hard to do it. You see, we human beings are not born with prejudices. Always they are made for us. Made by someone who wants
we were
something.
taught prejudice.
Remember that when you hear this kind of talk. Somebody's going to get something out of it. And it isn't going to be you. This is not classroom theory.
Yeah, I know. Francis.
I saw it first in Berlin in 1932. 5 young men that I knew were standing in the crowd listening to the Nazi speaker. Eric was a Catholic. Anton, a student of mine, was a Jew. Heinrich owned a small hardware store. Karl was a farmer. And Hans was an unemployed metal worker.
To all you alien Germans, I say it is time you inherited the nation which rightfully belongs to you. To you alone belongs the glorious destiny of the greater Germany. The Nazi Party will provide land for the farmer, work for the worker, and profit for the small businessman.
Only if you're
Who is
German.
getting these things now? The Jew. The Jew who has stolen our nation and our birthright. Who makes all the money and takes all our jobs? The Jew! He must be shunned.
That was a major thing. That was the swing they had, was saying the Jews did everything anti, just like now we're saying the globalists in the Americas are doing here, which doesn't make any sense. Once again, if you speak the native language, if you went to school and you know how to actually learn and do a job, or you went to school and found out how to do that, and people are taking your job from under you, you're the idiot, dumbass. It's not other people that are fucking you. It's you are screwing yourself because you're the dumbass.
No one's taken your job. You just weren't right for the fucking job. You can't take a job that you're qualified for.
Or you didn't want to do the job.
Yeah, or you didn't work hard enough, or you didn't put in enough effort, or whatever. But because you're the loser living in a trailer park, smoking meth, having sex with your sister, that's your fault, not anybody else's. There's no
there's such an assumption.
There wasn't hold on real quick, let me just say this. There was not Muslims, Mexicans, and other people holding you down, getting you to smoke meth, to not go to your job and making you have sex with your sister. That's not what happened, you dumb cunt.
But then I got
It was you that did all of that stuff.
Now that the extreme side is done, most of the people that are complaining that that people are taking their jobs are complacent in the job place. In this industry nowadays, even in the industry that I am, Slim and Mango both know what I do for a living. You have to advance. You have to do stuff to progress with the workplace. A lot of people get complacent. They don't want to do the extra classes. They don't want to do the extra study. They don't want to change systems. I have to use computer systems now. That's what you have to do. If they become complacent and they don't want to do that, yes, you're going to be replaced by somebody who is willing or has the knowledge to do that. If you get replaced by somebody younger than you, it's probably because they have more technical know-how than you do, because you chose not to further your education.
And
while the meth head sleeping with the sister thing is a part of it, that's not a majority of it. That's why so many people are screaming, they took our jobs. No, they didn't take your jobs. You handed your job off because you were no longer willing to put in the effort to keep that job.
Oh yeah, and not just that. There is a whole thing of it. There's such a bad view set because they instantly assume that because they are a different race, because they are this, because they are that, that automatically means that they must be lower than you. They can't be as educated as you because they're black. They can't be as good at that job as you because they're a lesbian. They can't be because.
But again, that's
why do you think because you are white, you are better? That's not a
majority. That's not a majority of the situation, though. What most people see of America nowadays is they see the pinpoint scope sight, I guess you could call it, of the Americas. They see the outlandish things. They see like the Proud Boys marching and beating the shit out of Antifa because that's what's hot right now. They don't see everything that's happening. Every country is different. If you want good news, watch Al Jazeera. I do that because they hate America. I get the most unskewed information from them. But it's not as rampant. This isn't the 50s anymore. Is there racism? Absolutely. But it's not as rampant as most of the rest of the world thinks that we are. It's just not. I mean, most of the time, if you drop the N-bomb out on the street, you're getting punched by a white guy.
There is a lot of unconscious bias to that, and that's my point. It's the
unconscious bias against everybody. That everybody has a natural unconscious bias, whether it's against another white person or not. I could have an unconscious bias against another white guy because he wears a suit and a tie and has a buzz cut, and I wear jeans, a t-shirt, work boots, and have long hair down my back. I could have a subconscious bias against him because I think that he thinks that he's better than me, which may not even be the case.
Yeah. So really quick,
subconscious thing. That's a human competitive component.
Sure. Really quick. Go ahead, brainless, right quick, and then
I think there is quite a difference in America and over here. Because like over here, there is a problem which make them choose, for instance, Polish workers over Dutch workers, because the Polish workers get paid less.
Sure, and there is the whole thing about
also
that.
A problem. And and for those Polish people, they still get paid a lot for compared to back home, but compared with here, so there is that thing. But like, if that's what you're worried about, then fight for them to get equal pay. That's better for the people that work here. That's better for everybody, because they'll make more money, and like the market will be more fair. Like then they'll go more on skills instead of how cheap somebody is.
Well, and that's another thing about here.
Fila, I wasn't talking about you when I was talking about how cheap someone is.
Anyways,
thank you. I mean, I am a cheap bitch, but thank you.
That's another reason about the farmers here that use foreign labor, which can be beneficial for them and their families. And there's a whole other things. And yes, they should be getting paid better, but that's like a part of the economy. Foreign workers coming in, and then where it was supposed to be, they would go back and come back and back and forth. But we've blocked that from that exactly happening. And then the other thing is, if somebody can speak 4 languages and they can do your job, they're probably going to get your job. Learn another language, you dumb cunt. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
do
I'm 46
more.
and
Try.
I'm 46 and learning Spanish because
newsflash
newsflash for everybody who is in the trick your jobs community. America does not have a national language. We never had.
No,
we don't have a national official
we
have a national official language.
We went over that.
A few states.
Canada does. They have French and English.
We have 2.
They actually have national languages.
English and French.
Yeah, some American states do have an official language,
but it's not national.
For most, that is then English. But
I think as close as we get to a national language is in the Constitution, it's something about that if you're going to be naturalized, you need to like understand English, write English,
you have
something
to take
like that.
You have to take the English,
but it's not an official thing. It's just
totally.
a guideline thing. It's not.
And it was more, and when they made those guidelines, that was back before we had computers. It just made it easier to type it out in English as opposed to have 19 different the same test in 19 different languages.
Yeah, which they do though now.
They do now because we have computers. But I mean, back then when they came up with that, and I had to explain that, I'm like, dude, when they came up with that guideline, it was because they had printing presses and typewriters. Do you want some poor woman, which unfortunately that was the case in most cases, stuck behind a typewriter, making less than minimum wage to type out these tests and have to do it in 19 languages?
Yeah.
No, they did it in America.
And then they have to hire people that know all the languages. And then there are so many languages and sub-language dialects of regional things like that. They couldn't, it's physically impossible for them at that point to do all the languages, wouldn't it?
Exactly. And especially for everybody to learn how to read my dick. All right. Anyways, speaking of that, we're going to get off of here. Does anybody have anything they want to promote before we bolt?
Save the Human Fund for Miss Mango, or the Small Human Fund. Sorry, not
Mango,
save. He's not in any danger. He's not in any danger.
Mango, go ahead and post that in the side of my chats. And everybody, please donate to the Mangoes to help the honey ones, the Small Human.
And then I am doing a late night stream again tonight because like I don't like people just giving me money without me doing something. So we're doing another late night stream. I do have a whole bunch of like random old PSAs and like educational videos that we're gonna watch.
Yeah,
they're cool. I do the restreams during the day, and I'm listening to it.
Look up the Canadian one about the house hippo. You will enjoy it, and it
I
actually
love
has
the house hippo. Yes, Oh my god, definitely gonna pull that for tonight.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Okay. Anybody else want to say anything before we?
Well, you showed the don't be a sucker bit, so I'm putting in the link to Commander's live stream that he did with some dumb European dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So,
okay.
I have nothing to promote. I'm a third chair that gets bounced.
Why are you here twice though?
Widow Sun stream every Tuesday at 8:00 Eastern. I'm not going to figure out the other time zone because I'm lazy. We have a lot of fun. We cover a lot of stupid antics, and I get kicked out a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure. Okay. So everybody go to everybody else's, go to the descriptions and go. If anybody wants to post their channel link in the Sediment chats, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm going to get this out of here with this as we leave. So everybody say bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's harmony.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
From the top, folks.
I'm impressed with us, huh?
Me too. So here we go.
Michael James Lindell.
My pillow guy.
We met for the first time
Who's paying you?
About 4 minutes ago.
Okay, go.
Is that right?
What was the question?
We met for the first time.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start slow. Because the court reporter is trying to take down what you're saying, okay? And I'm not asking about the lumpy pillow calls.
Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. You're an asshole. They're not lumpy pillows. Kiss my ass. Now you're an asshole. No, I'm pissed. Kiss my ass. You're an asshole. Obviously, you don't have a my pillow. You don't, do you? You're an asshole. The question is, do people know you as the my pillow guy? No, they know me over here as this guy that's trying to save our country. Rotten, horrible lawyers like you and the media saying Mike Lindell's trying to save this country just to make money. Absolutely. My company has been hurt so bad because of people like this Eric Boomer. Tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. I have lost everything I've had so far. You got it? So don't sit here because I'm not going to take this garbage you're spewing out. I then go out there, melt down our machines and buy a pillow. I mean, what is wrong with you? Because I'm so branded. You're branded as a frivolous lawyer. Anything you do, well, you'll be branded as that because that's all I know about you right now. This is bizarre. This whole thing is bizarre. Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. You're an asshole. They're not lumpy pillows. Kiss my ass. Now you're an asshole. No, I'm pissed. Kiss my ass. You're an asshole. Obviously, you don't have a my pillow. You don't, do you? You're an asshole. You're disgusting. Keep going. You are a disgusting lawyer. Period. Keep going. Put that in there. Scumbag. S-C-U-M-bag. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Keep going. I'm telling you the rules. Have you ever been in a deposition where they can't stand who you are? Go ahead. Keep going. Blah, 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 blah. Wasting my day. Wasting my time.
Blah, 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 blah.
If there's a way to screw you, believe me, I'm doing it. Now go ahead. Now that the judge has that on record. You just don't worry about me. You're not out for my benefit, okay? Don't worry if I say something that offends the judge, okay? You just let me worry about that. This judge should have ruled a long time ago that you're yay or nay, frivolous or not. But she did. She said, go ahead and do discovery. That's disgusting. Lumpy pillows, kiss my ass. You're an asshole. They're not lumpy pillows. Kiss my ass. Now you're an asshole. No, I'm pissed. Kiss my ass. You're an asshole. Obviously, you don't have a my pillow. You don't, do you? You're an asshole.
You owe me.